Okay, alright.
So mission 3, and I think here's where we fight a giant monkey. If I remember right, this is the mission that fights the giant
That's
monkey.
a horrible thing to say about Olsen, Rando.
Hey, that's a horrible thing to say about monkeys.
Touche.
Really Olsen that one up.
I believe it is the great ape family that is having issues with the comparison.
Something like...
Come on, Dante, it's a stripper pole. Do a spin around it.
You
gothic Chippendale dancer.
And I know it's at least in Devil May Cry 3 and on, you could grab it and spin around on it, but...
Yeah.
This one, it just seems like a failed opportunity to have so many light poles and not at least be able to pick them up and hit people with them. Maybe I just play too many beat-em-ups.
Yeah, remember me? You killed me earlier. I was made to look like I was really intimidating, and then you just pimp slapped me around.
They really are just chunks.
Baphomets are supposed to be badasses. They're supposed to be, agents of the apocalypse and Satan and stuff,
To literally beat this guy, he's the one causing all the shit on the ground here. All you have to do is literally jump in the air and shoot at him. Those flames can't hit you if you're in the air. And when you shoot in the air, it keeps you floating so long.
I just keep thinking of Hot Fuzz. Have you ever flown through the air shooting 2 guns at once going, ah? No. Have you ever flown through the air with 1 gun shooting going, ah? I've never gone, ah.
And look how you hit twice, dodge, and the AI cannot keep up with it. They have no alternative strategy. It's like you literally hit, dodge. And the same thing works for a lot of the bosses. And I think it's, Giant Monkey.
Giant Monkey Man!
And you think
Giant Monkey Man.
Giant Monkey Man. And you would think a giant monkey would at least have more to him than just beating you with his hands and climbing on the ceiling. He doesn't throw anything.
Giant Monkey Man!
Giant Monkey Man.
Giant Monkey Man from Alabama.
No, God, no, stop that.
Atlanta.
No.
Atlantis. Atlantis, Alabama. Wow, he's, really intimidating.
Look at, he's such a poor design.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme that every enemy we run into this game that has hair is gonna wind up looking like a dog. Because really, he looks like Big Shot. He looks like a really, he looks like a really big Shot.
I would have rather fought Big Shot than this dude. At least Big Shot had something to him. At least had that sweet uppercut, palm thrust to the chin. This guy's got shaking on the ceiling.
Hit my belly! Hit my belly! Hit my belly! And give me a banana and a sausage! He's very conflicted. He doesn't know if he's a monkey or a dog.
Wants a banana-flavored sausage.
Ew!
A sausage-flavored banana. See, look at this. It's attack, bomb.
He's not a demon monkey. He's not throwing flaming bits of poo at you or anything.
That would have made this boss fight the best ever. I know I've said this already a bunch, but the boss fights in this game are really such a disappointment.
Something about boss fights I don't like are boss fights with arbitrary,
minions,
weaker enemies. Yeah, minions just thrown about. It's like I've never played a game with a boss fight like that where the minions weren't there to just cover up that the boss was really weak, or they weren't there to just give you extra health items. I mean, that's pretty much every boss fight in that kind of scenario I've ever played.
And it's no different in this one. Those little guys, they don't always drop health, but they do sometimes, and it makes the boss fight a little bit harder. And the achievement you get for beating him is monkeying around. Even the achievement names are so goddamn lame in this one.
For some reason, I didn't get a very large dopamine rush off of that.
Just wait till you see the Hydra. It is such...
Now, if the achievement came with a video of Dante singing, "Hey, hey, we're the monkeys," now that's an achievement.
That would have been cool.
Dante Nesmith.
And you'll notice that I flip around a lot and stuff like that, and the reason why is it's honestly faster than running. It's not by much, but it's just by enough. And it pisses... It's just stupid.
It's like in, oh god damn it, it's been so long. Legend of Zelda on N64.
Ocarina of Time or
Ocarina
Majora's
of Time.
Mask?
Ocarina of Time. Running is so slow in that game that it's actually faster to strafe across the map.
Or do his roll.
Yeah, I mean...
Fuck these birds, and goddamn.
God, I gotta play that again. It's been so long.
And it was such a great Zelda game.
God, I've only played like 2.
I've played the original, part 1 and 2 on the regular NES, Legend of Zelda on the Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, Ocarina of Time.
Which I've never played.
I played a little bit of Majora's Mask. I think that's the last one I've played. I haven't played any on the GameCube or the Wii or anything because I didn't have a GameCube. Not that I had anything against it. I didn't have a Wii because I hated the gimmick, and
yeah.
And I don't have a Wii.
Yeah, at least in the Wii's case, most of the time, you could get around the control issue.
Well, a lot of them allow you to put
yeah,
a
you could
controller.
use a GameCube controller or a classic controller, but some games wouldn't allow it, but there were certain workarounds you could get, so...
Yeah. Or at least some of them would let you turn the controller sideways, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas shit with, like, the Kinect, oh my god. We're not even gonna do it.
So when are we gonna suffer through Steel Battalion?
Fuck you, that's when. I don't have the patience nor the tenacity to play through fucking Steel Battalion.
Being attacked by undead jugglers.
And the reason why I'm still fighting these guys is I hadn't realized at this point that they're fucking infinite. I mean, this is about as much farming as you can do in this game. And there's certain spots that enemies just respawn infinitely. And
We don't have a week, so we can't suffer through a Metroid Other M.
I don't have a GameCube.
It's on the Wii.
Oh, no, I don't have a Wii either.
Damn it! That game hurt me very deeply.
Metroid's a game that I've seen a lot of, and it looks fun, but I have only played the original one.
Yeah, and admittedly, like, the Game Boy Advance remake is, like, much better. Like, that's, like...
Is that, like, Fusion
like,
or something?
No, it's, well, Fusion is also there, but, Zero Mission is Metroid 1 done like Super Metroid, which was just, like, vastly improved. You could shoot at different angles. Graphics were much cleaner. I mean, it was, you know, much faster gameplay. It really is one of my favorite Metroid games.
Oh.
And I love that game. So...
See, that's one thing that they need to do when they do remakes and stuff like that. Or reboots. Improve something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't just carbon copy it and then add a new feature and call it, you know, a reboot.
Yeah. Oh, and Zero Mission actually has an extra mission at the ending of it, and there's extra items you can collect. It's
so they did
like
right.
Really, if I were gonna like give an example, like how to remake a classic game, like that would be like example number 1.
Okay. Another good example of a reboot, even though it didn't do what I just said it should, the remake for Resident Evil on the GameCube.
Oh yeah,
The graphics look fucking outstanding on it, even for a PS2 era style game.
Yeah,
and they didn't change much, but there's not much you could have changed with that game without ruining
it. They changed quite a bit. I mean, like they changed like item placement.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, like in terms of gameplay elements and stuff like that.
They lessened cheap enemy kills.
Fucking hunters.
Dogs. The hunters were fuckers, but the dogs were the worst.
Because they could pin you down and you couldn't get up.
Yeah.
So here I'm upgrading the sword finally, do a little extra damage. Not that I need to, but
we might want to do a playthrough of the old PlayStation and then the GameCube version of Resident Evil, just like for an interesting compare and contrast session. That would be interesting.
I suck at those games.
Oh yeah, tank controls. Dude, sorry, I'm so used to them that it's not really...
I just suck with them so bad. I don't know why, I never got used to them. And I love survival horror games, and I love seeing the cutscenes and the stories and stuff like that, but I just hate playing them.
Oh.
It is such a...
Really, that is like one of the most tragic sounding things I've ever heard a gamer say.
And it's true, and it depresses me, because, like, Silent Hill, I suck at them, but I love the stories. And so, but luckily with the invention of, like, YouTube and stuff, I can now watch any cutscene from any game and not have to actually play it.
You know, like Silent Hill especially, it's just like...
I know.
Actually playing the game and being entranced in the atmosphere is so much scarier than the actual storyline. Well, the good ones, anyway, you know?
I know, and that's, why I don't consider I love Silent Hill, but I can't call myself really a fan of the series because I don't play them.
Yeah.
And, again, that's a bit depressing.
I know. That's just like saying you, like, want to be with somebody because you really love them, but they give you cancer. And every time you go away, it goes into remission.
I didn't think of it like that, but that's true enough.
That is horrible. That is so sad.
And see, honestly, I used to hate games, like even action games, like, Devil May Cry, Onimusha, stuff like that. And maybe if I just sit down and just played several of them back to back, like I did with these games, I would get better at it. Because I sucked at action games. I used to only play like fighting games, RPGs, and shit like that. Then I started playing, I played Devil May Cry 1, then Onimushas and stuff, and I just played a shitload of them. Now I'm fucking good at them.
Yeah.
So I think I just need to do that with survival horror games.
It's like watching movies with subtitles. You know how I watch, foreign movies all the time. Like, people are like, oh, I can't watch movies with subtitles, get distracted. I'm like, well, just keep watching. I mean, it's like, I ran into that same problem for years, but I just sold through, and now I'm like, so trained to know how to look at the screen and read subtitles at the same time.
Oh yeah, exactly. And also, to that is, like, usually when there's a lot of action going on, there's not a lot of talking. So I don't feel like I'm missing too much. But if it's just a lot of talking, you're more supposed to be interested in what they're saying anyway. So
yeah.
It's never been...
Hopefully they have something interesting to say.
True. I think this is my 4th blue orb fragment. Nope. I thought it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they just ripped that off of Darksiders. Fanboy rage, flame on.
Oh man, I don't give a shit what anybody says about this game. Fuck this game. It's as much as I give it, I still probably prefer it over the new one. I really do.
Yeah, right here, totally ripped off Dirge of Cerberus.
I love how you're just using games that clearly came out like 5-6 years after this game was made.
That's the point, Rando. It pisses off fanboys. They get so upset whenever you, like, make some sort of mild inaccuracy over whatever their obsession is. That's why, like, That's why when I saw all the kids lined up for the new Star Trek movie, I was just driving by going, Star Wars is gay! Luke Starbuster is a fag!
I'm gonna do that and just do like the South Park episode who's like, get a life, faggots!
Star Trek is dead. It's all about Star Wars. They get so upset. It's great, and they try to like the ones that don't scream at you, the ones who try to give you lectures on why you're wrong, are even funner.
Yeah, I love how they try to justify an opinion.
Yeah,
It's like they realize, they don't realize you can't. And
they also don't realize I don't give a shit.
Those are the best ones. When they're
I
saying
don't give a shit if you're right or wrong.
And when you, I don't know, it's just, when talking of things to good or bad, you can't be right or wrong. Unless you're me, then I'm right, you're wrong. But that's just the way the world works.
That's wrong.
And I think I tried this a couple of times here. I don't realize that I can't make it. I keep trying to jump in the water for whatever reason.
They're gonna slow down. They're gonna steal the time-slowing mechanic from Max Payne, aren't they?
They're gonna do the dimension shift from Legacy of Kain. So
oh, got it.
They're making
Nosgoth.
Yep.
Nosgoth, I read about it.
And they say don't expect a single-player experience. I think I agree with the assumption that it's going to be a mobile game.
Because Squeenix does mobile games so well.
Oh yeah, just look at ATV. I mean,
fucking bullshit.
Again, man, so many companies that just fell off the grid, just went shit this generation.
Just out of touch.
No, the problem is I don't think they're just so well. They are out of touch in the fact that
they're out of touch. They don't know how they're not treating their consumers like actual customers. They're treating them like creatures of compulsive habit, which for the most part some of them are. But
well, I mean,
it's gonna backfire, and we might live in a world where there is no Capcom.
Honestly, at this point, I'd be happy with that.
I wouldn't. I'd much rather see them, fire every executive who works for the company and replace it with, people who know what their audience wants.
Well, if that were to happen, that's one thing. But I'm saying,
and then we can have quality again. I mean, I don't want to see.
Well, that's the problem, though. I don't think we will. I really don't see a huge revolution coming in that regard. I think it's going to... I mean, THQ bankrupted. I mean, it's not all that unreasonable to think Capcom or Square Enix is above that either. The only thing keeping them alive, honestly, is their name. And, blind fanaticism that they just buy every game that is of that series from that company.
Hey, you know what? There's hope, because nobody bought ATV.
Well, yeah. And
nobody, they saw what a pile of crap scam that was. And that game did not sell.
I'm hoping, and I swear to God, I hope Final Fantasy 13-3 just fucking bombs.
Yeah. Well, I've said this about Final Fantasy, at this point, it doesn't even deserve to be considered, a series. I don't even think it really deserved to be considered a series back in the PlayStation era, because it's games of Legend of Dragoon, which is also made by Square, is really, Legend of Dragoon, I could have called that Final Fantasy 9, because it came out before 9.
Right.
Would you be able to say, oh, it's nothing like a Final Fantasy game?
No,
No, because it is.
So here's the Hydra boss, by the way. And once again, well, I don't think it's a Hydra. It's only got one head, but 8 tentacles. Or 4 tentacles. I don't even know what the fuck to call this thing.
Not a Hydra.
Yeah. For some reason I thought it had multiple heads. I just didn't remember.
That's because you have a better imagination than the programmers of this game.
Like, again, watch. You can attack, and dodge, and it can't hit you. It's the same basic mechanic for every fucking enemy AI in this game.
Hey, stop moving!
And, I hate the fact that you can't... I hate the fact that you cannot dodge cancel out of combos.
That's weird.
You would...
I mean, that's like an action gamer requirement, a prerequisite. Like,
yeah, even in this era, you know, the fact that you cannot dodge cancel is stupid. And this game is 2003, I think, 2002, 2003, something like that. So,
that's right, way after Darksiders. Come on.
Stop that.
So when are we going to play the Fantastic Four game?
As soon as you buy an Xbox, and we play it co-op.
Does it have to be Xbox 360?
Yes.
Damn it!
It's like, that's the only way I'm playing those shit games. I ain't playing them solo. It's the reason why I haven't played Resident Evil 6 yet.
Because of Fantastic Four?
No. It's because I refuse to play it solo. And nobody I knew bought that pile of shit.
Resident Evil 4?
6.
6. Oh, okay, I must say.
Yeah.
To see how I just block out 6 from my memory.
Most fans wish they could. I haven't played it yet.
I haven't. Me neither. I'm just not interested. And like the fact that, you know, Resident Evil 5 had so little horror element in it at all, and then I heard that 6 had even less.
Yeah.
It really turned me off.
They tried an action game, like a pure action game, without any, you know, false, you know, fallacies of it being a horror game, and that was Operation Raccoon City. And I didn't luckily spend any money on this. A friend of mine, when I was in Arkansas, he rented it and was like, hey, come on, we're gonna play this game. I'm like, okay. Dude, we played through some shit games, but he and I both were like, it's your turn to play. No, it's not. It's like, I would die, and then it'd be like, okay, it's your turn. And he's like, no, you didn't beat the mission. I'm like, well, I'm not playing anymore. We would actually argue over who had to play it. That's how great that game was.
Wow, that is the mark of a true game. So when are we suffering through that, Rando?
As soon as you buy a 360. Because that's co-op too. You can play it online co-op.
So, a couple of months then.
Sure. If you buy the 360 and you are willing to spend money on that game, we will suffer through it.
Hey, I got a really great used game shop down here. I can probably pick that fucker up for like $5.
Probably. Hell, I think a few months after it came out, I saw it in GameStop and it was like $30. And I'm like, the game's not even been out 6 months yet.
That's nothing in a GameStop. $30.
So that was the end of that.
Practice free in a GameStop. Oh, a motorcycle. We're supposed to, know how badass Dante is because he rides a motorcycle. Because everybody who rides a motorcycle is a tough guy.
That's just it. This
like
is the only game
Bishop.
he has the fucking motorcycle in.
It's just like Shadow the Hedgehog.
But so anyway,
Let's get a gun and have him ride a motorcycle.
You do get the shotgun.
This game ripped off Shadow the Hedgehog.
Except for, he doesn't have one big gun. He has 2 big guns and a shotgun.
Hey, in that game, Shadow the Hedgehog uses the egg vacuum at one point.